Hey everyone, and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. So it is currently Tuesday. It is actually not quite the second week of Becca's Bookoplathon because technically week 2 will start tomorrow because the month started on a Wednesday, but we're going to call it week 2 anyway. And I am currently reading 3 books because, I mean, why wouldn't I be reading 3 books right now? Because apparently I just enjoy the stress. But the first book that I'm currently reading is One by One by Ruth Ware. I'm buddy reading this with Helen from Helen's Book Haven, and so far we're about a third of the way through-ish, and this is a mystery about a tech company that are on this corporate retreat at this ski lodge, and we're following 2 different perspectives. So Liz, who is a guest, she used to work for this tech company but she doesn't anymore, and then the second perspective that we're following is Erin, who works at the ski lodge. So far I am enjoying it. I'm liking the writing. It's really easy to breeze through. I read that first third really quickly last night. I'm also really enjoying the general atmosphere of this kind of cold, cozy setting. I mean, it's not really that cozy because it's a murder mystery, and so I feel like at some point it's gonna go in a very different direction to what it's been going in now, but I'm definitely feeling the tension that we're building up to something. The only thing I will say at the moment is that I don't really like any or many of the characters. I don't mind Erin's perspective actually, but this is turning out to be a really good book to buddy read because I was chatting to Helen this morning and we were just throwing out theories of our thoughts on certain things that are happening at the moment, and I had a theory, but then I spoke to Helen and she was thinking something completely different to me, and her theory actually makes a lot more sense than mine. So yeah, I'm going to read a little more of this tonight and just see how it goes. The second book that I'm currently reading is The Burning God by RF Kuang. So this is the 3rd book in the Poppy War series, and obviously I can't tell you much about this particular book because of spoilers, but this series in general follows a girl called Rin, who is a war orphan, and in the very first book she's accepted into her country's most prestigious military academy, and no one really expected her to be accepted. No one ever really thought that she would become anything, mostly because she comes from the south of her country, which is a lot poorer. Not really sure what to make of this one so far because I am enjoying it. I found it quite easy to slip back into it. It's been a while since I read The Dragon Republic, which is the 2nd book in the series, but I gave The Dragon Republic 5 stars. I really enjoyed it, and especially I really liked the end and how everything came together. This book really does throw you straight back into the action, and I don't know how to say this without spoilers, but in general, I found Rin quite an interesting character to read about because she's not very likeable, and I don't think that she's meant to be likeable. Some of the decisions that she makes are not decisions that I would make, but at the same time, because she's been through so much trauma throughout this series, I can, to a certain extent, understand why she is the way that she is, and so I'm really interested to see how this book develops because obviously it's the last book in a series, and I know that my cousin read this a few months ago and she said that it was her favourite in the series, but then I've seen other people say that they were disappointed by this one, so yeah, it's going to be a really interesting one. The final book that I'm currently reading is Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, and I don't know how much I'm going to talk about this book in this vlog because this again is the 3rd book in a series. It's the 3rd book in the Farseer trilogy, which is part of the wider realm of the Outling series. I think I'm about 25% of the way through the audiobook and I am enjoying it so far, although I'm a little bit confused because I actually said in last week's vlog that I thought I'd worked out what the plot was going to be for this book. However, that seems to be happening already, or I don't know, it seems to be going in a slightly different direction to what I thought it would be going in. But I am enjoying it, and I've found that it's been a lot easier to get into this book in comparison to Royal Assassin, which was the second book in the series. So those are the 3 books that I'm currently reading, and we're going to see how this week goes, because I am planning to finish One by One by Ruth Ware, I think on about Thursday, because obviously me and Helen are buddy reading it, and so we're reading a certain amount of pages each day. And then I would also really like to finish The Burning God. I don't know if that's going to be possible because, oh, there's a really loud noise outside. I don't know if you could hear that, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this week because it's about 620 pages. So going to see how that one goes.
Got too overwhelming, so I started running. It stopped being fun and making myself numb isn't helping. I got to learn to deal with the way I feel. If this is reality, don't know what I expected. Just for a moment, I can't put this down. Things are getting crazy, lately I'm in hazy. Oh, and I've been praying someone will come and save me. The birds.
Hey everyone, and happy Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday. I keep getting confused what day it is because I'm off now for the rest of the week. Can't remember if I said that actually, but I've got a wedding on Friday, so I'm not in work tomorrow or Friday, and obviously over the weekend. So yeah, it's now Wednesday. It's about 9:30 in the evening. I've just got home, so I haven't really done much reading yet today. I did read a little bit on sprints last night, so I made it to about 120 pages into The Burning God, and I'm still really enjoying this. The plot is moving quite quickly actually. There's a lot that has happened in those first 120 pages, and I will say actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this already, but there are quite a lot of trigger warnings in general for this series, so just something to bear in mind if you are thinking of reading it. I have a few theories on the direction that this book might go in, but I'm really hoping that it's going to surprise me because yeah, I have a few ideas on what is going to happen in this book, but the last book, The Dragon Republic, definitely did surprise me, especially towards the end, and so it's going to be interesting to see how this book develops. But that is The Burning God. I am also, I think, around 60% of the way through One by One by Ruth Ware. So in terms of the plot for this book, I think it is actually mentioned on the back of the book that there is this avalanche within this ski resort, and so this group of work colleagues are trapped inside this remote ski chalet, and then they start being killed off one by one, and so it's yeah, like a murder mystery. And I have a few suspicions on who I think the murderer might be, but I don't know the motivations yet, and I mean, I might be completely wrong. One thing I did want to say actually about this book is that if you don't like unlikable characters, then I don't know if I would recommend this. It's reminding me a little bit of The Guest List and The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley, which I think I read both of those books last year. However, I will say that I'm enjoying One by One a lot more than The Guest List, but just, yeah, certain things are quite similar because they both follow unlikable characters and they're both a murder mystery. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, like I said, I do think I've worked out who the killer is in One by One, but I'm excited to see how things unfold, and I'm really liking the tension. And Helen has already finished this book. She finished it this morning, and she told me that the creepiness does start to go up the further that you get into the book, and so I'm really excited for that, because one of the things that I really liked about The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware was how creepy it was and how it genuinely made me feel scared. And so I'm hoping that I get a similar feeling from One by One. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get into bed now and just read and see how far I can get. Good morning and happy Thursday. So I finished reading One by Ruth Ware this morning. I was gonna try and finish this last night, but it reached a certain point where I felt like I was gonna fall asleep, not because the book was boring, but because I was really, really tired and I wanted to make sure that I was awake for the ending. So I finished it this morning. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 stars stars. It came out as a 7 out of 10 in Core Pile, which is a 4 star. So I'm going to round up on Goodreads, but my gut feeling when I finished it was that it was a 3.5 stars. I think that if you like mystery thrillers that have that isolated setting, then I would recommend this. I did feel like towards the end it started to drag just a little bit, but overall I really liked the tension and I really like the atmosphere. It's not the kind of thriller that has a lot of twists and turns, but I also didn't find it 100% predictable. I think it is just generally a really fun book to read and try and come up with theories. I think it would be a really good book to read over the winter because it does have that colder setting. Have to say it was a little bit weird reading this book this week because we've been going through a little bit of a mini heat wave in the UK, and so yeah, it was a bit strange reading a book that's set in the Alps when I am literally sweating because it's so hot. Something else that I'm realising recently actually is that I really like books that feel like a movie, and I feel like with this book, as I was reading, I could picture how it would play out on screen, and so that is something that I also really liked. I didn't enjoy it as much as The Turn of the Key, unfortunately, but I think that with The Turn of the Key, it's gonna be hard to beat that because I really loved that book. Hey everyone, and happy Saturday. So my plan for today is to eat my Muck delivery. I don't know if you could even see that. And then also read some more of The Burning God. So I am now about a third of the way through this and still really enjoying it. I think that in particular what I really like about this book is how you see the consequences of certain events that happen in the first 2 books. Yeah, I like that there are certain things that happened in the first 2 books that are still relevant in this book. So that is my plan for today, is to sit in bed and eat my McDonald's and read The Burning God. Nearly forgot the name of the book then. You can tell that I'm struggling today. Had a really good time at my friend's wedding yesterday, but I am, yeah, struggling. Do we still think that I'm going to finish The Burning God by the end of the weekend? I don't know, but I would like to get to at least the halfway point today if I can. Hey everyone, and happy Sunday. So today my plan is to be productive because yesterday was not productive. I think I did film a little clip yesterday when I was not feeling good. I think I spoke about this in vlogs before, but I don't really drink alcohol much anymore because I know that I can't handle it. And so yesterday I was feeling a little bit sorry for myself. However, I did get a good night's sleep, and so I woke up this morning and decided to just get up and get stuff done. So I cleaned my kitchen, and then I also got my hair cut, which I think you might be able to see it in this video. I think it looks different. I mean, I had quite a lot cut off the bottom. I think I had like a couple of centimetres, like 1.5 inches. I've been growing my hair for the past 2 years, and so every time I've got it cut, I've had just a little bit more taken off the bottom because eventually I wanted to get it like this where it's all one length. I feel like it looks a bit flat at the moment. I don't know whether it's because obviously it's been straightened. So I think in the week I want to try and curl it and just see how it looks like that. But I didn't see the point in getting it curled this morning because I'm literally not doing anything today. And so yeah, in terms of reading updates, I did make it past the halfway point of The Burning God last night. So I'm very, very happy with that. I feel like I could have read more, but I discovered that this is not the sort of book that you really want to read when you're hungover. I can't remember what I've said about this book so far, but in the beginning, I really liked how it felt like I was being thrown straight back into this world. And so I did really enjoy that. However, now that I'm at the halfway point, I'm finding that it's very, very fast paced, and I feel like so much is happening and there aren't that many slower moments, and I don't want that to come across as a criticism. I think that it's more of a personal preference thing where I do tend to prefer fantasy that's a little bit slower and that's a little more character driven. I feel like this book so far has been very, very plot driven. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I feel like so far there's just something missing from this that I really enjoyed about the Dragon Republic. So I've been on a bit of a, what's the word? I feel like I've been really up and down with this series so far because I enjoyed the Poppy War. I think I gave it 3.5 stars because the first half I had a few issues with the the pacing. And then I really enjoyed the second half of the Poppy War. Then I started the Dragon Republic and I really enjoyed it. That whole book, I gave it 5 stars because I really liked how it got a lot more political. With this book, I don't know, like there's certain things that I am really enjoying. There's certain conversations that are being had and certain discussions between the characters about certain things that I am really liking. I think another thing as well is that the magic system in this world, at times it feels a little bit too convenient. But again, I don't want that to come across as a major criticism because I feel like that's not even the point of this series. Like it is a military fantasy, but I feel like it's the military side of things that are more important in this story. And actually that is what I have enjoyed most about this series so far, is all of the military strategy and all of the politics that comes with that. And so I feel like this update hasn't been very helpful. You can tell that I'm still struggling just a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to settle down now and read for a few hours. I'll do another update if I have any more thoughts. So I am now about 450 pages into The Burning God, and I'm really struggling to form thoughts on this book at the moment because when I'm reading it, I'm really enjoying it and I feel like I'm absorbed in this world and I feel like I'm experiencing all of the emotions that the characters are going through. What I am struggling with though is that this feels so fast-paced that certain things will happen, but then I don't find that there's enough time for me to really process what's just happened before we're moving on to the next thing. And so there's certain things that have happened in this book that haven't really had much of an impact on me when I feel like they should have. Also, there's been a lot of new characters that have been introduced and I just don't really care about these characters because they haven't been in the rest of the series. And I would much prefer to have spent more time with certain other characters that have not really been in this book so far. Yeah, like I said, at the moment I don't really know what to think of this book. I think it all really depends on how these last 150 pages go. Hey everyone, so it's now about 10:30 in the evening. Yeah, it's just gone 10:30 and I have finished reading The Burning God, so I thought I would wrap up this vlog with some final thoughts because I think I've already said everything that I really wanted to say about this book throughout the vlog. I did have a few little issues with it, which I obviously can't really go into detail on because they would be spoilers, but I've just wrote a review for Goodreads where I kind of talked a little bit more about the specific things in this book that stopped it from being a 5 stars, but it came out as a 4 stars in core piles, so that's the rating that I'm going with. I really liked the ending to this. It gave me the feeling that I wanted. I wouldn't say that it went exactly how I would have liked, but I was satisfied with the ending and I cried. Which, I mean, if a book can make me cry, then you know that I have been emotionally invested. So yeah, 4 stars. I think that The Dragon Republic is still my favourite in the series, followed by The Burning God, and then The Poppy War would probably be at the bottom. But I mean, I enjoyed all 3 books in this series. I just think that The Dragon Republic, the feelings that I got reading that book, I think that, yeah, it would have been quite hard for The Burning God to live up to that. But I think I am going to end the reading vlog here, so thanks for watching if you've made it this far. I just realised actually I didn't go through the prompts that the books in this vlog fit for Bookoplathon. So The Burning God was history, I think, was the prompt that I used this for because certain events in this book are inspired by actual Chinese history. So that was The Burning God. And then I can't remember what 1 by 1 was. I think, was it a community shelf card? I think I had a community shelf card to read a mystery or a thriller. It was something like that anyway, but yeah, let me know if you are taking part in Bookoplathon, what books you have finished this week. Let me know if you've read either 1 by 1 or The Burning God, which were obviously the 2 books that I read in this vlog. I am still listening to Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. I think I'm about 1/3 of the way through the audiobook, and oh, something I did actually want to mention for anyone who's interested. Something has just been revealed in Assassin's Quest that I suspected at the end of the second book, and it's been confirmed now. And so I mean, I'm not that excited about it because I kind of knew that it was coming and I felt like it was just a little bit predictable. But now that it's been confirmed, I'm like, okay, so now I'm really interested how the rest of this book is going to go. I'll probably talk about it more in the next vlog, or whichever vlog it is that I finish reading Assassin's Quest, because yeah, I've still got over half of it left and I am determined that I'm going to finish it by the end of the month. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. So thanks again. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and click subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time. Bye.